Hey True Believers, England Teen here with another batch of new comic book reviews. We're going to be talking about a couple of Daredevil comics, and we're going to be talking about that Batman Bigby Wolf crossover. If you're a fan of Fables, this may be for you. I'm a huge fan of Fables, so I'm looking forward to it. If you like the video, click like, share, subscribe. You know the deal. And for now, though, kick back, relax, and let's get this party started. As I said before, we're going to start off with Batman vs. Bigby, a wolf in Gotham. And we open up on a murder. Batman's investigating it. He finds out that it was done by a wolf, a rather large wolf as far as that's concerned. And the mystery kind of strolls from there. All along, we see Bigby is kind of tailing Batman. This is not something, by the way, and I'm very glad they addressed this, that goes unnoticed by Batman. This is the Batman we know and love. This is not the modern day thing that I need to make a video about anyway. This is the Batman who is the ultimate badass, who's trained for his entire life to be who he is. This is the guy you like. And Bigby's just kind of watching over, wondering, what's his deal, what's going on here. One thing I do like about this book, and Bill Willingham, by the way, who wrote the Fables storylines, really nails the detective part of Batman as well. This is all aspects. This is all hands on deck, and it includes the Bat family. Robin's in it, as you saw from just a little bit ago, and he's told get everybody involved. This is going to be an all hands on deck. We also have, I believe this is the Bookworm, and they're having some sort of ritual, some sort of retirement ceremony, but also they need to question this one guy. They're looking for something, which I assume Bigby Wolf would be looking for as well. I think that's gonna kind of cross over here in a little bit. Not said in this first issue, however. In this first issue, it's all giving us who the characters are. It's kind of world building. It's letting us know the rules of the game as well. If you haven't been able to tell from my tone, this is a positive review. This is something I've got to tell you I'm very excited for. I was very happy reading this book because I've been saying recently, be careful what you wish for. In the 2000s, if you said, hey, would you like a Batman Bigby Wolf crossover, I would have gone, yes, alrighty. But with modern day comic books, I don't know if I want anything right now. They're giving it, okay, fine, but I don't know if I actually want anything. I really want them to leave my favorites alone. Legion of Superheroes, thank you very much. That doesn't need to be touched. So I got to tell you, I'm very pleased. I'm very happy with what is here. The story, the art, everything is done very well. I like the way the book looks. I like the atmosphere of it. And that's one thing I think is very important in any Batman story. You have to have the atmosphere. At some point in time, the proportions, as you can see here with Commissioner Gordon and the detective he's standing next to, the proportions are off. The bodies kind of look weird, faces look weird at times, but I don't think that's enough to really break. This isn't a Riley Rosmo situation where it destroys the book no matter how well it's written. That being said, I would definitely recommend Bigby and Bigby versus Batman versus Bigby, a wolf in Gotham. Let me try that again. I would recommend Batman vs. Bigby, a wolf in Gotham. Check it out. Overall, a mini-series that I'm very much looking forward to continuing, much like Batman Detective, which is also on the shelf, and I do recommend that as well. Daredevil number 33. Oh goodness, what to say about these books? Daredevil is possibly the best book that's being produced by Marvel right now. That is not a high hurdle to get over. But Daredevil is usually really, really good. But this story has some serious problems. I really like stuff in this book. I really hate stuff in this book. This storyline, this whole Daredevil goes to prison thing is confusing me like one of Mudd's women. Reference for the Star Trek fans. Point being is, I want to love it. I want to love it, but I want to hate it at the same time. That's where I stand. I should just end it right here and let it be as vague as that. So I'm not going to. Let me point things out. They cloned Bullseye. Why? Why would anybody do that? Why would anybody freaking do that? Seriously. It's one of those stupid, oh, well, you know, the bad guy's got an idea. Why don't we do this stupid thing that will never backfire on us, will it? It's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous storyline. There are other things. Right now, I am going to also be talking about issue number 34, and I read them back to back, so I'm kind of trying to keep them, which one, what happened in which one. I do like the fact that Bullseye kicks the crap out of Elektra, and he should. We know how this battle ends. We've seen this battle. Bullseye didn't stop training either. So he was already able to kill her when she first came out. He could kill her now. He should always be a huge danger without some sort of big, something big to turn the tide for Elektra. And I like the fact that they write that. And by the way, it is Elektra, it's not Daredevil. And that's something we're going to be talking about, I think, in issue number 34. And I just want people to say that. Okay? People who know someone for a long time isn't going to go, oh, well, hello, Daredevil. Is all of a sudden a woman? Nope, they're going to go, Elektra, why are you wearing Daredevil's clothes? But that's neither here nor there. There's the side stories here. We have the detective coming to the police, the jailhouse. There's been a riot, and Daredevil is involved. As a matter of fact, it seems like Daredevil is in charge of the criminals who are rioting. So it's like, okay, what's going on? We got to wait for the other shoe to drop, so to speak, in all of this. The detective goes and sees Daredevil, and they have a bit of a row, and that is where everything ends. So all throughout this particular storyline, Daredevil's been like, I've got my reasons for putting myself into prison. And everybody's like, you're a dumbass. Why are you in prison? So there's been that. This gets answered in the next issue. On the other hand, we also saw Daredevil kicking the crap out of the warden in the last issue. So why is he standing on a big old pile of burning stuff at this point? And that is explained as this issue goes on. I don't show all the pictures because, you know, you got to read some, right? So I got to tell you once again, there's some really good things happening in these books, but there's also some really bad ideas. Like Elektra being Daredevil, that's kind of silly. I'm not a big fan of that. The detective coming in I liked him because he was the one that took down Matt Murdock / Daredevil, and there's a reason we're going to find out about it. Overall, it's infuriating, yet it's still one of the best books Marvel's putting out there. So think about that. Is this book still so good because of the writing being top-notch, as it has been up until this jail series? Or is it just looking good because everything around it is crap? That's the big question. Finally, we're on to Daredevil number 34. And yay, I'm all caught up. Woohoo! And this is Lockdown Part 4. As I just said, we see Daredevil on a big old pile of burning stuff, and the detective came in, and now it's time for the conversation. All right, and we find out that, spoiler alert, by the way, for those of you who followed this story and for some reason are watching a review before you read it, we find out that he's sitting on the big old pile of burning stuff, and he says, well, I've been an FBI informant all this time, kapow! And he hands a file that proves that the warden has been drugging people, not just the people inside the jails, but also people outside the jails and such, through them somehow. And this causes more aggression, which causes more arrests, which puts more people into prison, which gives the prison more money. It's for money, as Daredevil yells at the detective. And boom, there you go. Then Daredevil, or Matt Murdock, whichever one you want to say is in control at this point, steps down and is like, you thought you could beat me? I'm going to fight you again, and I'm going to whip your ass. And so the Daredevil and the detective start fighting, and I'm thinking, he has fought bigger and tougher. In the meantime, Elektra, who was almost killed by Bullseye, is with Tony Stark, and she says, I need an upgrade, so Tony gets interested in all of this. He didn't want to help at first, and he creates a suit for her, which is a bit more of an upgrade. He calls it a Bullseye killer, or she does anyway, and figuratively. Here's the problem. Kingpin. Okay, Kingpin wants to find Typhoid Mary. Typhoid Mary left without his orders again, and he says he wants to fire her. But what's going on with Kingpin, one thing I do not like is he's like, this is making me look weak, blah, 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 yada, yada. I've got to get her back. I got to fire her. And I'm tired of Daredevil, whether it's the new one or the old one. No, 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 no. Elektra would not be new Daredevil. Elektra would be either Elektra or the woman in Daredevil's clothes. This is a beef Kingpin has had forever and a day. He knows who Daredevil is. Well, he knows who Daredevil is. He's fought him. This is not something that could be passed on to a costume. He would be saying just Daredevil. Anyway, Matt Murdock does find out that Bullseye is loose and he's killing people all over the city. At the same time, we see Elektra going into town square and she taps something on a helmet. And that one tap caused all the screens to flash her. And it is, as they say, on. Well, not really. It's more like one of those musicals, like maybe West Side Story with the Jets and the Sharks, and they're going, we're gonna fight tonight, we're gonna have a brawl tonight, It's that kind of thing, because everybody gathers into the center, and it's like, okay, we're gonna fight. Next issue. There you go. You gotta wait. So that's basically this issue, and in all honesty, once again, great. It's like almost like great ideas, poor execution, or is it poor ideas with great execution? I don't know what's going on here. This is confusing my little mind, and I have no idea. But the thing is, I still think this is one of the better books. I am still jazzed. I want to get issue number 35. I do think that the handling of Matt Murdock has been weak, but more importantly, I think the handling of Kingpin has been weak. They really have been dumbing him down. And I don't know. I always say be careful of the well-actually people. And I know that there's well-actually people in charge, so they're writing things, and that's why you get something crappy. Like you're going to see a review of the Deathstroke Inc. here, and there's just one panel in here derailed the whole. It's like, you know what? That is so freaking stupid. And it's that kind of thing here. I think it's just certain things that shouldn't be are in these books, and I think it's done on a well-actually basis. But for the I cannot tell you, I can't pinpoint what it is yet. I don't know. Anyway, would I recommend Daredevil? Yes, still. I think as an ongoing title, it has been excellent. I think what maybe we're seeing here is just a dip. Even in the best of runs, you have your peaks and valleys. And I think that's what's going on right here. We're just in one of the valleys. Alrighty, but that's just my opinion. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to click like if you like the video. Click like, share, subscribe, and consider helping out the channel by going to Ko-Fi. Links in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. It's a little tip jar there. Also, if you like this video, click on one of the ones that are popping up here. I think you're going to enjoy that as well, especially if it's one of the comic book origins and such. I'm very proud about those. Check those out. Thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.